Race 7 at Randwick yesterday was the running of the Metropolitan Handicap, Group 1 over 2,400 metres. Once again, this race has been used as a guide for many trainers as a springboard into going to Melbourne for the spring, for the upcoming Cups races, and from what I hear, Newport's been set for the Melbourne Cup by his connections. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you should know better than anyone, Arvo, because you tipped the trifecta of this race, as well as the Turnbull. Yeah, well, I'm trying to get a start at one of his beach parties. So, no, but good effort, Arvo. I think anyone who's been following his tips over the last few weeks will be on pretty good terms for themselves. You're on fire, mate. So well done. Yeah, Newport, good effort yesterday. That was, you know, the Peter Wells' first Group 1, the apprentice, a rails hugging ride, and looked like every other jockey was trying to find ground 10 deep, and he's hugged the rail, and
terrific ride, you're right.
Yeah, well, the trainer had told him before the race that the horse appreciates the rail, and he followed instructions, and yeah, it was a nice effort. Another Group 1 for Costa de Lago. It's amazing for this horse to produce the brilliance of Alinghi over sprint journeys, and then stayers like this. So what an incredible
job, isn't he?
Oh, he's unreal.
Yeah, but there's 4 and 5-year-olds as well, you know. Like,
training on.
Yeah. You know, they don't stop at 20 odd.
Well, he's by Fairy King, isn't he?
Yeah, he's by Fairy King.
And Fairy King's a 3/4 brother to who?
Sadler's Wells.
There you go.
And he's also out of a Starway mare too, so he's got that stoutness there as well. So that was good, and Bianca's effort was great. You know, she's a good tough effort from the mare. I really like her. She's very honest. Typical Gay Waterhouse trained stayer. You know, just very, very tough, and I think she'll be competitive in anything that they put her in down in Melbourne. I think she'll run well.
She's honest, isn't she?
Very honest.
Hey, I just want to ask you, she's by Painted Black, the Japanese stallion. Is that a Halo line? Sunday Silence line, isn't it? Yeah, I love that breed, mate.
Yeah, it's Sunday Silence horse that stands over in New Zealand. I won't say too much about the horse because he's connected with some interesting people.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, a guy from New Zealand who's a tosser. And Get Up Jude was a good performance. She's you know, he again showed that his previous efforts were no fluke. Very honest, and you know, he's just one of the better stayers in Sydney. He's thereabouts every week.
Very consistent, yeah.
Yeah, and then I thought his effort was good. The horse I'd like to focus on is Red Lord. He was
we've mentioned this horse on many occasions.
That was a false favourite for that race.
Well, we said this all along, though, haven't we?
The horse has got no form over the staying trip at all.
Yes, he does. He's a 2800 metre winner.
No, but
yeah, but he won at 2800 at Flemington. Yeah, at Flemington, but that was a hurdler's flat.
Yeah. No, hang on a minute. No. He's won over 2800 metres. He bolted it in that race. The question mark wasn't over his staying.
It's a jumper's flat.
This wasn't much better.
What's Red Lord's effort over 2400 metres?
He's placed in a derby and he's won that 2800.
No. He's had 4 starts now.
All unplaced.
But hang on, but what does that mean when the horse wins over 2800?
It means it was a walker's race.
No, it's very different, very different horse to what he is now to when he was running in those 2400 metres races. A horse that wasn't fully furnished. Well, he was never quite mature and ready for those distances at that time. But then last spring, he was there winning over 2800 metres.
He stopped yesterday like there was snipers out in the crowd.
Yeah, that's no question. That's no question. But the question mark of him being a stayer, that
he doesn't stay, mate. He does not stay the horse, and he's not as good.
Stays win over 2800, and non-stayers win over 2800.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. You get anomalies like that.
Yeah,
it's tempo of the race, Arvo. Sometimes you'll get
I agree.
a race.
I don't rate him as a stayer. I don't rate him as a stayer.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get a race where there's no tempo and it's a sprint home, and a horse can run over a distance that it normally couldn't run. Whenever it's a test like it was yesterday, he was found wanting. That horse does not stay, and he's not as good as what people think. I think he's just in my opinion, he's quite average. So I was not unsurprised by his effort at all yesterday. The others, Fiumicino, disappointing. Again, another horse don't like.
He's been a long way from home, hasn't he?
Don't like him. He's just living off past glories. And if I think Zamet, you were saying that people that would get off him at their own peril. That was your comment last week. Well, mate,
But
I'll take you on there because he's another one. He's just you can keep supporting him and you'll end up at St Vincent's, mate.
Yeah, your turn.
Newport, the winner. I don't know how. Full credit to you. I'm over tipping the trifecta, but I don't know how you could have gone with Newport off the back of a 1600 metre run last start, jumping up to 1.5 miles. I just couldn't have him. So it was a testament to the trainer and to your ability to be following the horse, I suppose. But yeah, just great to see Paul Perry back training Group 1 winners. He's a great trainer and he's had a bit of a rough time of late, I suppose, a bit of a run about, so it's good to see him back there, and yeah, the horse will be on his way to the Cups. And I think Bianca, it was a beautiful ride, given every chance, and she was just gunned down in the final stages. Get Up Jude, one of the few to get home well in the race. And Red Lord and Fiumicino, yeah, definitely, there were two that I was certainly on for the race. When the rain came though, I thought Red Lord was never a hope. I thought Fiumicino was a very big hope when the rain came though, so he was extremely disappointing. Red Lord, we have to agree to disagree. I just don't know of any horse that wins over 2,800 metres in Derby Place Getter that isn't a stayer. So I can't agree that he didn't stay that race. I just think
he was a Derby Place Getter, mate.
He is.
No,
South Australian Derby.
I don't think so.
He's a Derby Place
Really?
Getter.
In a South Australian Derby?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a South Australian.
Do they classify that as a derby over there?
It's a derby, mate. It's a 2,100
When it
metre race.
suits you, you love it. Last week you were saying how good the South Australian Derby form was.
He's for mine. It wasn't his staying ability that was found out
mate,
there. It was his ability in general. I think he's probably not as good as people first thought. And the wet track, I don't think he handles the wet track at all. So that was my take on the race.
Okay, look, I don't have any more to cover on it. I think you've stolen my thunder with Red Lord, so there's no point going over that ground. I actually said on the site that I don't rate him as a stayer. I don't think he can win the race or even be placed. I didn't find a spot for him there. You know, but in any case, he's a nice horse, and you'd love to own him. But I don't think he's a Group 1 racehorse, you know.
No.
And as you pointed out last time, he ran second on Hurrah, and he's a future Grand National horse. So yeah, look, I think probably enough said about that. One more thing. I don't think there's going to be any Caulfield or Melbourne Cup form coming out of this race. I don't think it's a strong race.
It's secondary staying form in Melbourne.
Certainly.
It's Country Cups.
It always has been. Enjoyed a bit of a honeymoon when Railings and Torquay came out of it, but it's gone back to what it always was, which is disappointing. It used to be such a strong race.
Well, we've covered
Melbourne
this.
Cup used to come from this race every couple of years.
All the time, and I think we covered this a little bit when we say the lack of depth in staying race, especially in Sydney.
Yeah.
And you know, but anyway, enough said about the Metro. Thank you.